Again, the Fitzgibbons, like, why did I start speaking about the Fitzgibbons? Because I had a wife. If you didn't know, I got married in prison to some bird that I was told was something completely different than what she was. But anyway, I started hearing rumours that this wife is having an affair or being banged by this kid called Michael Ungie. So I started screaming about Michael Ungie. Little rat banging this bird. This bird won't divorce me, she's trying to kettle me head. So I'm just starting to scream about her and whoever's banging her. It's on me lives. No, because she won't divorce me, she won't sign the paperwork. So to force her that I'm screaming about her, and then to let people know why I'm saying A, B, C and D. So when I've started screaming about Michael Ungie, who she was banging for years under his bird's nose, in the full knowledge of Michael Ungie's mum. Michael Ungie's bird was pregnant and he's banging this little rat who's going to the house as if it's his mum's mate. And his mum was playing it like, oh yeah, she comes to visit me. It's not, she's banging this cunt. So I started screaming about Michael Ungie, and Michael Ungie is the Fitzgibbon family basically. So as soon as I get onto Michael Ungie and then our history with the Fitzgibbon family, when we robbed their stash when we were kids, they kidnapped Danny, tortured him. So all that came into play. That's why I started speaking about the Fitzgibbon family, because of this little slapper. It's mad, but I've had to approach it that way, people. It is what it is. Don't give a f if you're offended. I have not offended anyone that didn't deserve it. Everyone I've wrote off as being a part of some organised crime group. I'm not apologising for none of it, mate. I'm still here, mate, aren't I? They've tried to shoot me dead. They've tried to get me put in prison again. I'm still here. Still doing me. If you think I've snitched on people and got them in prison, go and look at the facts of everything you're going over, mate. Stop listening to the dirty drug dealers in the city of Liverpool. There's not one person they can point at and say, he's in jail because of Darren. Not even Willie Moore. Willie Moore's in prison because he's a f***up. If I was a snitch, mate, you just don't know, lad, do you? Hey, you don't know. You see, the people that are building apartment blocks in your city centre would be lifed off right now if I was a snitch. You see the clubs in your city centre, the people that own them would be in jail. You see, if I was a snitch, you see Youngie and Farley, you see Mick Moore, you see Tony Richardson, you see Lee Glover, you see Carlos Escoffrey, you see young Alan Farley. Every one of them would be in jail now for detonating explosives in the city of Liverpool if I was a grass. Every single one of them can be placed at the scenes of serious offences if I was a grass. So don't get you in a twist, kid. They might be shocked in case I go there, but trust me, I'm not that way inclined, lad. Alright? You keep my mouth out of your mates' names. You keep my name out of your mates' mouths. You don't mention me or my fambo or pay little stalkers or nonsense to attack us. And then you won't get mentioned. Leave me alone to deliver me message. Let me continue to scream, choose a life, not a knife. That's what you tried to destroy. That was your whole incentive there. The only powerful message in the whole of the city of Liverpool. There weren't no more knives about. There weren't gloves up, weapons down. The only message in the whole of the city was choose a life, not a knife, United Kingdom. And they didn't like it. And they went out the way to shut it down. And they basically achieved it. Do you understand? They achieved what they set out to do, which was cancel my message. Within a year of me screaming mine, all of a sudden you've got some ex-convict, you've got Joe Anderson, the corrupt mayor of Liverpool and some coppers sitting in a room and establishing a logo, establishing a motto, a shout to encourage the kids to remove themselves from knife crime. So you had an ex-criminal, counsellors, all sitting in a room, being calculated, you know, planning, plotting and putting it into practice. A knife message that does nothing to prevent kids from going. My message, they wouldn't even look at it, even though this is how powerful it was. Kids were screaming it in schools. Choose a life, not a knife. They were getting dragged into the headmaster's office and warned with suspension for shouting gang signs. The kids were going, L5 alive, choose a life, not a knife. They're getting suspended from school. Screaming and promoting gang culture. It's what the schools were doing. Mad me what they done. And it was all down to the council at Joe Anderson and his criminal connections. And that's fact, mate. Honest to God, that's what it was. The stalker popped up, done alive, out of nowhere. Darren G's just been charged with rape on a 13-year-old and bailed on this. On a live feed to 1,500 people. I'm out there mixing with kids, delivering this message, going into schools, bam bam bam. He screamed that at the top of his voice to about 1,500 people on a live feed overnight. It's round the city that I'm a nasty piece of shit. Not true. Done it on purpose to absolutely assassinate me character and the message. Instantly, no one's trusting the message now. Schools, planned appointments, going, oh no. Because it's just gone viral. Because I'm relevant right across social media. That rap put that allegation out there and it just went... And that comes with it. Messages, more videos, people jumping on the bandwagon. Darren G's this, Darren G's being charged with this. I had my own bird family questioning me. Not trusting me round kids. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is the levels they went to, mate. Survived it. Still here. That's why they won't come with that sort of... You should have seen the levels they were going to. They were getting girls to message me. But they weren't girls. They were these rats setting up girls' accounts expecting me to engage with these young girls and have conversations with them. They got a few where a girl's contacting me and I'm saying, yeah, but does your dad know? Have you spoke to your mum and your dad about this situation? Can they not help you? They're removing things. And making the message look scatty and banging it across, you know, to try and reaffirm this false allegation that the stalker Sam Walker's put out there on purpose. Little rats. But I survived it, mate. Proper obsessed with you. That stalker is, mate. He's been stalking me for a good decade, mate. Even still now. You know, he's twisted to feel sit there on the coke in his little room, smoking bifters, setting up site after site just to hate on people, watching them, stalking them, seeing what they're doing. The cocaine, mate, twisted on it. Has been all his life. All his life he's been on drugs. But you know what you're dealing with him. You know, you just got a dickhead that's going to be in jail in the next 2 years for... I was even sitting there thinking the other day, he's the type of dickhead to go on and stab someone, not meaning to kill them, and get himself lifed off. I can see that happening with him. Honest to God, people, you've heard it here. I can see that plant pot. He's an idiot. Think about it. He's 39 years old and he's still going in and out of prison for smashing his girlfriend's window, for having fake money on him, for having cannabis deals in his pocket. He goes over there, stands by this firm that's fixing a water well for this community of African kids. He'll stand around and get a few photos took of him and that, and then portray it like he set that up. He's got that charity over there. He's paid for this charity to get this well done. When he's just a participant in a movement that's already set this up. They're already building these wells all over Africa. He's just managed to get his little arse there because he sucks length. You know, he sucks length. And when you suck length, you can get to miraculous places, regardless of what your background's like. If you suck the right length, you'll go to the right places. And that's what he does. Simple as that. Always has done. In them parties with big solid Sam. And know what you've been like in them. You can't deny shit, mate. You know, but it is what it is. He's an idiot, proper plant pot lad. Knobhead. You ask any serious Scouse and they'll tell you what he is. He's like a... What's he like? He's like a Modine. That's what he is, but a dirty Modine's not perverted, I think. He is a harm to young girls and boys, fact. I'll just leave it there. I won't start bringing all the content I've still got from 4 years ago about him and his clique, him and these naughty parties that was happening around the city of Liverpool, where a lot of, let's call it, Diddy oil was being used on people that didn't understand it was being used on them. You've had young lads waking up at the bottom of apartment blocks in the city centre of Liverpool who's went to one of these parties, went a bit too far with the thing, they've panicked, dumped him. You don't believe it, but I think true. What did he do? Along with Jenny, along with Katie, they used to be enablers. They used to go to these little gaffs, get that little boy there, do you want to come back to this party? Do you want this drink? In a bit, all over the gaff. Young girls, young boys. Fact. The murky underworld of Liverpool, people. Every city's got these dirty parties, and every city's got their enablers, and every city's got their leaders in the perverted ways. Who's Jenny and Katie? Katie was this bird that worked for the Kinahans. Just happened to pop into my life from Wavertree. Katie Bella and Amos, or Bellew. Baby. And Jenny, I won't say the names until I've got to again. You know, I've screamed all this for years, people.